Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Birdcast, the only podcast made by Birdstrike ever, probably. I am one of your hosts, Adam, and with me
is the other host, Tyler. What's up, guys?
Boy, Izzy. And this is going to be a fun show. You know from last time, it's going to be a completely improvised podcast. We're going to play some improv games, 2 short-form ones, 1 long-form game at the end. And our improvisers, who are the rest of the members of Birdstrike, are going to play some cool, fun games, and it's going to be a good time.
And since we don't have to introduce anything besides the games, this hosting stuff's going to be a lot easier. And our first game we're going to be playing is World's Worst.
That's right. In this game, we get an occupation. Some of the suggestions are from Instagram and our fun social media escapades, I guess I'll say. And the improvisers are going to give us what they think the world's worst version of that occupation is going to be. Do you have anything to add, or should we jump into game?
No, that's it. Let's jump into this game.
Yeah!
World's Worst.
World's
yeah!
Worst. Hooray!
Okay, we got Adam, we got Taylor, we got Allie, we got Hernan. Your first occupation for World's Worst is lantern lighter.
Hi, I'm Thomas Edison. And your job is obsolete.
The year is 2015. Time to get to work. Doot-de-doot-de-doot. The joke is that they can't light lanterns. Sweet, okay. I don't know why lighting the lantern didn't work. I just took the light bulb and I lit it on fire. That's how these things work, right?
Lantern lighter? I thought you said lantern heavier. I attached my ankle weights around the base of the pole. Let's not use that one.
We're going to.
No, that's
Too bad.
Okay, that was World's Worst lantern lighter. Our next one is World's Worst lumberjack.
It's the year 2100. There are no forests left. I kind of just hang out, you know? The job is obsolete, but I get paid with a government stipend to create jobs, so...
What's plaid?
I don't have a beard.
I'm not Canadian. These are just generalizations about like a profession I don't think any of us know about.
I live on the prairie. But I chop the wheat. They tell me that I'm just a farmer, but I'm trying to tell them that I'm a lumberjack, just with tiny trees.
Hi, I'm Stuart. I'm gonna be doing my research thesis on deforestation, so I don't approve of what you're doing, and I'll only be here from 3 to 5 on Mondays.
I don't even sell this wood, I just do it to get my aggression out.
Okay, let's do World's Worst therapist.
Wow, you're crazy.
Wow, you're not just crazy, you're also insanely ugly.
Well, you telling this story about your childhood really just brings up my childhood, and you know, I really just didn't have that good of a time. Like, I had this problem.
Complain, that's all you seem to do, just whine.
Damn, that's crazy.
Well, maybe the root of all your problems is that you only seem to be talking about yourself. Like, why don't you ask me how I'm doing?
Okay, let's do World's Worst. Let's do World's Worst stunt driver.
But I'm scared.
I don't know how to drive, but I'm the stunt guy. I'm supposed to crash, so like that's okay, right?
Yeah, all my training for this movie, and for this job actually was just watching Baby Driver, over and over again. So, I'm gonna be basing it off of that.
I will have you know I am not comfortable with going over the speed limit, but that was in my contract, so you should have gotten that.
Okay, so, Mr. Director, like, big guy, I get what you're saying about me being a stunt driver, but what if I just ride a bike? Like, I feel like you're still getting the point across.
Okay, World's Worst lifeguard.
It's all just natural selection, really. I just sit here.
Hey, baby, I'll actually save you.
My only training for this job was watching the David Hasselhoff scene of the SpongeBob movie, so I'll be basing all of my work off of that solely.
I appreciate you hiring me, but I think now is a good time to tell you I'm actually more of a beach lifeguard. I'm allergic to chlorine.
And here I thought I was a bad lamplighter. That was our first game, World's Worst. Give it up for all those people. And now we're just going to take a small word from a very special sponsor.
Mom, you know I don't like having crust on my sandwiches.
Well, honey, I just bought a fantastic new product called Decrustable.
Decrustable? How is that gonna help?
What's up? I'm Macho Man Randy Savage here, and I'm here to talk about Decrustables.
Whoa, Macho Man, can you take the crust off of this sandwich so I can eat it?
Yeah, just so you know, I am a different Macho Man Randy Savage. No relation to the other one who was partners with Hulk Hogan in the 90s, who's dead now.
Got it. Thanks, Macho Man.
Let's decrust this sandwich. Together, brother.
All right, I'll give it my best shot. Ready?
Yeah, here, take this.
Wow, this is so easy to use.
It's a four-sided blade.
Just one quick chop and whoa, no crust.
Decrustables, call 1-800-Decrustable right now. Well, wasn't that a silly little sponsor?
Boy, was it. And now, we're moving on to our next game, which we'd like to call Newscasters. And we'd like to call it that because that is its actual name.
Yep, and in this, 4 improvisers will be 4 different parts of a news team. You got weather, you got sports, you got a man on the street, and tying it all together, you got an anchor. On to you, Newscasters.
To Newscasters!
Where they don't talk about the virus.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jackson, my car, and I don't know how he got there. Our top story tonight, child prodigy and tech mogul, Jeebles Bekransky, down with the flu. When asked about his condition, he said, "I've got a bug." In other news, the plant aloe vera has just been disproven as any sort of essential oil or medical remedy tactic. I repeat, aloe vera is not useful to anyone. In other news, spring has sprung and sales are selling. A hot fire sale down at the local outlet mall. Owner of a pretzel store has this to say: "There's pretzels! Come and get your pretzels!" Indeed, some true insight from a local businessman. On to the weather. We're going to check in with our weatherman, Joseph Calamander, with the weather. Joseph, go ahead.
Why, hello, everyone. I've been studying the weather recently, and I've determined that the best way to know what our upcoming meteor weather is going to be is through the use of these tarot cards. Now, I'm going to draw the next card on this deck to predict the weather. Are you ready, everyone? The card is the 4 of stars. Clearly, this means that we're going to have a cloudless night tonight. But you better watch out, because tomorrow, we've got the tower. And you know what the tower means? That's right. It means giant stone pillars will be sprouting up from the ground. So make sure you wear hard hats and work boots, because it's gonna be dicey out there. Back to you.
Thank you, Joseph. Quite a clairvoyant transmission from you. Message received loud and clear. This just in. NASDAQ up 8,000%. Time to buy into your stocks now, people. I'm sorry, I'm getting new information. That is falsified information. The previous information is false, and the NASDAQ is not 8,000% up. In fact, it is down by a lot of points. In other news, we're going to move on to sports. With our sports correspondent and nationally renowned sports expert, Weebles Jabroni.
Hello, Weebles Jabroni here. Sorry, oh god, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff at home. Oh my god. But I don't have time for sports is in the news. I didn't have time to prepare. Weebles here. So if you look here at the sports board, Barry Bonds has the most home runs in baseball. LeBron James has a lot of points. Michael Jordan was a player. Remember Pele? He scored some goals. He was hockey or soccer. Oh God, Pele. Boxing's in the news. It's okay. Your kids love you. Your wife loves you, and most importantly, you took a selfie one time with Michael Jordan in the 90s after he won a world championship with the Bulls. Oh no, it's not called a world championship. That's baseball. Back to you.
Wow, quite a revelation. Thank you, Weebles. I'm getting breaking news now that the prediction made by our very own Joseph Calamander has indeed come true, and not only that, the rapture is upon us. I repeat, the rapture is upon us. Hold your loved ones close and brace for a tough evening. More on this news, we're going to go out to our man on the street, Guy Gingrich. Guy, what do you make of the chaos that is unfolding before you?
Oh, dude. Listen, Basically, okay, this is some real Sunday school shit out here, because the river, completely made of blood. Totally made of blood. The water main, blood. All blood. There are frogs swimming in the river of blood. I'd just like to take this time, my ex-wife, oh God, I have so many regrets. Oh God, the blood is coming up my ankles. I cheated on a math test once in 4th grade, and then I took a poop one time in my friend's house, and I plugged the toilet, and I didn't tell them. They had to get major plumbing help. The blood!
Wow. A very sobering monologue and expose for our very own Guy Gingrich. I'm getting word now that Guy has unfortunately perished in a river of blood. This is certainly seeming up to be an event of biblical proportions. And if there's a Pharaoh up there listening, Pharaoh, let our people go. In final news, the child mogul from early on in the news broadcast has pledged $10,000 to the Apocalypse Relief Fund, and we are all smiling a little bit more, and we can go on with our days in a little bit more of a cheery disposition. I believe that's the 6 o'clock news, and this has been Jackson, my car, and I don't know how he got there. Signing off. Have a good day, everybody.
Well, that certainly was some news, wasn't it? And now, a quick word from our sponsor that keeps this show afloat.
Father Mitchell?
Yes, my child.
I'm so tired.
Well, my child, you need to sleep more. And have you been having trouble again?
Yeah, well, I sleep on a bed of rocks.
A bed of rocks? Why, my child, you need to have the new Bible-pedic mattress. Sleep as soft as an angel.
Really?
It's what I use, and I feel as holy as ever.
Well, I haven't even had a communion yet.
Well, that's okay, son. You don't need a communion for a Bible-pedic mattress. You just need 2 small payments of $19.99.
Wow, Father Mitchell, I'll run home and tell my parents immediately.
The Bible-pedic mattress. Sleep as soft as an angel.
Another ad, another dollar we have in our big pockets. And now for our last and final game, a long-form game that we call Shotgun, for a specific reason that Tyler will explain now.
Shotgun is basically a long-form improv scene, about 20 minutes. And in those 20 minutes, the improvisers cannot leave their vehicle. So whether it be a car, a hang glider, or something even weirder that I can't think of right now, they start the scene in this vehicle and they cannot leave it. And that's why it's called Shotgun, because, you want to always call shotgun when you're in a car with your friends.
That is correct.
Remember
Yeah.
when you used to be able to hang out with your friends in your cars? All of
I
you.
can't even possibly remember when that happened. Nope.
That's fiction.
That's
now-
science fiction, that is.
And now on to this science fiction piece of Shotgun.
Shotgun now. I don't know why the four of you needed my boat and to just drive it into the Bermuda Triangle. There's nothing out here. I've swam these waters dozens of times.
But there's things you missed. Things you glossed over, okay? I know
Don't sass me, young man. I've swam these waters.
I know.
Excuse me, sir. I just feel like maybe if you didn't want people using your boat, you shouldn't have advertised it in Boat Weekly.
I use this boat for fun booze cruises with the youths. I didn't know we'd be searching for treasure or whatever it is you four need from me.
I'm just kind of in for the thrill of the ride,
Thrill of the ride.
I just
We've
thought
been
you
out
might
here
want
for
to know why I was here, because I am very small.
Wait, you tiny one? You're here for the thrill of the ride?
Yeah, you don't get a lot of excitement being so small.
Yeah, you understated. This is my daughter, Samantha. I brought her along to discover all the ruins and treasures in the Bermuda Triangle.
Sir, Professor, sir, I feel like, we're getting off base. We're just here for archaeological purposes to see if there's anything here, and we should really focus on the task at hand. It's not about any monetary gain here.
That might be why you're here.
I think you kind of need to change your world view, man. You're really money crazy, and you just gotta live a little.
You're right. I'm here to find my dead husband, who crashed his own boat, the USS ABCD, into the Bermuda Triangle at the young age of 64, and I brought him his favorite casserole when we do meet again.
Wait, you're telling me he crashed his boat into the triangle itself? It's just a body of water.
Wait,
That's
it's
right.
not like a triangle-shaped pillar?
Well,
or something?
it's like an area. It's a general area of water. It's not a physical thing.
Some say the triangle appears when sailors least know it, or when they say 3 words together, but no one does know those 3 words. So all I would say is think very carefully about pairing 3 words together.
You're so
Yes.
wise. I feel like I respect you and like what you're doing, but that casserole has like a nice layer of mold all over it. Like maybe I don't know if he's gonna like that when he comes from the afterlife,
I baked it for his wake 2 months after he died,
So
or
that's
disappeared.
that's like a 30-year-old casserole then.
It certainly is.
How sweet.
Wait,
That's not sweet.
That's
That's probably
definitely that's not what
sour.
I would say that is.
wait.
Yeah, that's definitely bad for you, no matter if he's alive or not.
Casseroles aside, you said your husband was on the USS ABCD?
That's right.
I used to be a recruit on that ship before it went to the Bermuda Triangle. I bet I met him.
Wait a minute. Is your name Nicholas?
Yeah.
Sebastian?
Yes, I'm Nicholas Sebastian, and your husband must have been the legendary Joe McAllister.
Yes, and that does make me Abigail McAllister.
Mrs. McAllister, it's a pleasure and an honor to meet you.
Oh, my husband. He did say fond things about you, Mr. Sebastian. Tell me, can you still do 4 backflips in a row?
Actually, I upped it to 5 backflips in a row. You should see
Oh,
it.
yeah?
Prove it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, do it right now on this boat, on this very small dinghy.
Do it. Do the backflip.
All right, I'll do it. Okay. Everyone needs to back up first. So everyone
right,
back
everybody
up.
stand back.
I'm gonna climb
Give him
up
room.
on the top of the mast and do it off the crow's nest. Okay, gain momentum.
Oh, he's dead for sure. $5, he's dead.
All right.
Don't say that.
All right, I'm climbing
Very
up.
superstitious.
All right, I'm at the top. All right, I'm about to do it, and I'm
Oh
gonna.
my god, he's actually gonna do it. Holy shit.
Wait
I feel
a second.
like maybe actually this is not the best choice, and we should get back to the mission at hand. I feel like someone could get hurt.
No, he's already up there. Just let him go.
Before I do that, I see something from up here. There's something over the horizon.
Impossible.
Let me get out my binoculars because I am a scientist.
Throw them up here.
Excuse me, scientist, I'm a little bit confused about the physics of the situation because I am so small and I cannot see over the side. Are we still on the road or have we made it to the water yet?
We are in the water. Let me lift you up here, little child person.
Yeah,
You're not
been in
wait,
the
are you
water.
47?
Yes,
I
we've been in
can't
the
tell.
water
You
for at
look
least
old
a
but
few
young.
days. Huh.
My
you.
daughter's either 5 or 47, but there's no in between.
Yes, correct.
Sometimes I stash
What do you see up
cookies
there?
in my wrinkles.
What do you see up there, Professor?
It looks like an island, but I can't tell for sure. It's almost like the island's changing shapes and shifting in the water, like a heat mirage.
Hand those to me. Hand
Give
those
me
to
those
me. Let me use-
binoculars. Let me see.
All right, here's the binoculars.
Okay, I feel like I'm not being listened to, and that's hurtful.
I was giving them to you.
Oh.
I
Fine, you
handed them
take the
to you.
binoculars. I don't care.
It looks like it is an island, but it is terraforming itself into the shape of a. What is that? Is that the shape of a casserole? Is that island that rectangular shape of?
It all makes sense.
I would have expected something like maybe with 3 sides, but I guess a casserole-shaped island. Maybe that's where we should go. Maybe this is a sign.
My
Wait a minute.
superstition tells me that we should maybe be a little careful saying the word casserole maybe around 2 other important words just in case something spooky were to happen.
What do you
What do
mean?
you think those
Like
other 2 words are?
Casserole.
Wait. No!
Oh!
Oh my
Jesus
god!
Christ!
What happened?
Is
Can
this a
someone
tornado?
Can someone please explain this to me? My vision did go out a few years ago.
There's a water spout forming off the bow of the ship.
Oh no!
Everybody
we're gonna
hang on!
capsize!
Hang on, everyone! Oh,
Hold on,
stop
little
it.
girl. I'll tie you to the mast so you do not fall.
Thank you! You're my best friend!
Don't tie her up. It stopped.
Kind of sad. 'Cause
You can stop tying
People
her
are
now.
usually scared because I'm so small and I have so many wrinkles, but you
Stop.
see me for me!
Would you stop tying her up already? It stopped.
Whoa.
What the
The
hell was
island.
that?
The island's gone! But how?
I told you shouldn't say that word. Just saying.
Whoa, do you hear the wind blowing?
according to my
Eerie.
calculations, given the association Miss McAllister, your husband, has with said C word, I'm just wondering if maybe it might have been a message from him, and maybe that's just crazy. I don't know. I don't believe in ghosts. I'm a scientist.
No, that's a wonderful idea. I think that maybe he was guiding us towards not only his deathbed, but also to the answers to life's biggest questions.
Such
And
as?
Well, I think we all hold different ideas of what these questions are. For me personally, I would like to know the ingredients of Diet Coke, because my mother died of cancer from drinking them.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
For me, I'd say it'd have to be how to make a crap ton of money in a short amount of time.
I think for me it would be what knowledge is important and how do we disseminate that to the general public in a consumable manner.
For me, it would be how to swim faster through these seas on my own without the boat.
For me, it'd be how to invent the right kind of moisturizer for my texture of skin.
Yeah, I don't think Science is gonna figure that out for you.
Well, it
I
was
also
worth
don't
a
think
shot.
magic is.
Yeah.
So I think if we keep saying those 3 words in a careful manner, maybe we can all answer our own questions.
Whoa.
So you mean to say casserole? Or do you say the word that's most important to us?
But wouldn't that mean we have
Moisturizer.
to get the boat closer to where the island used to be?
Perhaps.
Hey, old
Or-
Captain Geezer. You had a thought?
Maybe.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, please, go. You go.
I was gonna suggest we set a course for where the island used to be. Maybe it's some sort of magical, mystical, ancient hotspot. We'll get our
And
answers.
even if the island isn't there, I do have my underwater basket weaving masters, so I know how to scuba dive.
That's pretty good.
You're wise beyond your years.
Very talented. Captain, what were you gonna say?
I think you're right. I'm setting course for where the island was.
All right.
I will find my answers to how to swim faster on my own without a boat.
Have you tried
Full speed!
Whoa! You should have warned us.
Oh!
Oh, that's right. Hang on, everybody.
Whoa!
Oh, those are some big wells there.
That was a whew. All right, we're steady in
It's
course
an
now.
incredibly fast boat, given it was built
really
only in
fast.
1945.
It's even crazier that it's wind powered.
Whoa,
All right.
Dang.
We've reached the coordinates.
Sorry,
Okay.
but could someone untie me now? I think I've got my sea legs.
We
I'll
did
untie-
forget about her.
I'll untie you. I'll untie you.
Thank you.
Well, I did use a basket weaving knot, so it might be difficult for
Well, I
an
used a new.
untrained eye to undo.
Well, I used a new tactic called "cut it off with a knife."
My beautiful work.
A rope!
Let's not get too crazy out here. We do have a mission to complete.
You're
Now,
right.
I don't know exactly the reason you advertised this boat, Captain, but I think that fate may have brought us here to do a very important thing. And although I did already allude to that very important thing, such as finding moisturizer or, to be honest, my memory has served me poorly, and I only remember that I need to find the ingredients to Diet Coke and also find my dead husband. So
Oh,
maybe
that
we
is
should
the
do
long
that.
and short of
I
it,
feel
yeah.
that our tasks are
Miss Mc-
unevenly matched.
Miss McAllister, what are you doing? Why are you on the bow of the ship? Don't do it.
Wait, get
He's
back
not-
away from the bow of the ship,
Miss
please.
McAllister, please.
I need to throw this casserole into the island.
No,
But he's
Probably
really not
not.
gonna like it, I don't think.
don't do it.
No,
What if you-
that island is definitely my husband and made of his carbon that was imploded upon his crash into the. I'm gonna throw it in.
No,
and
don't
I'll
do
taste
it. No.
Casserole,
No.
casserole.
No.
That's the most strength these arms have used in 70 years.
Oh my god, it's gone pitch black outside. It's
Where is
nighttime.
the sun?
It's gone.
I
Little
do
girl,
think this
Sally.
might be what they call nighttime, according to my calculations.
What time is it?
It is 4:47 p.m.
Okay.
So
Maybe
this
in
is not a lie.
Sweden.
Is this is this before or after daylight savings time?
What
This
time
is-
zone is this? What time zone is your WhatsApp
Guys.
on?
Regardless.
Is
Oh,
it
okay,
Pacific
now
Standard
time.
According to my calculation, the sun should be 45 degrees in the sky, and it is nowhere to be seen, so I do not think this is good.
Do you
So it's
think
not
maybe
nighttime.
accidentally we maybe possibly made it into the exact place we have been looking for? The triangle
quickly?
itself?
I thought this was going to be a long, tumultuous journey, and it feels... It took
kinda just-
only 5 minutes. It
Wait,
feels
no,
like it
you're-
wasn't really worth it. Like,
you're
was it worth
right.
the journey if
You're
it was
right.
this easy?
We shouldn't have made it there because we were like 100 miles away from the triangle. So that could only mean one thing. The triangle moved to us.
Nothing makes sense in my little head.
No, that explains a lot. Every time I thought I was swimming directly in the triangle with my body, the triangle moved somewhere else.
It was...
The triangle moves
And
constantly.
that is why the triangle is never to be found, because it is a carbon organism that moves through the ocean.
So
And I
that's
thought it
how
was
your
a
husband
pillar.
crashed into it.
So the triangle is alive?
And we're in its belly.
No.
Ruh-roh. This means we're ready.
For what?
Little Sally? Is that your name?
Samantha's her name.
It is.
Samantha? Oh? Samantha Sally?
Yeah.
It is now. I do what anyone tells me, really.
I think that because you're the youngest person on this boat,
Maybe.
whether that be... Well, we can average out your age, and then I think you're probably the youngest. I think it's time for you to lead us against this big monster.
Really?
I don't know, Miss McAllister, if that's the best idea. She's
I also
That
disagree.
logic
I
is
think I should
super
be
sound to me. And
Thank you, Samantha Sally.
however, I think what brought us here was teamwork. And I think what's gonna bring us out is probably the same thing.
You're right, sweetie. Teamwork is the way to go.
But maybe not, and maybe I should just take over everything because really no one's ever given me anything to do before because I'm so small you could step on me if you wanted.
You know what, Sally? I was gonna go scuba diving and find all the answers, but maybe you're the person to do it.
You know, I was gonna buy a plane, but maybe you're the person to do it.
Hey,
Thanks,
Captain.
guys.
Yes?
I saw there was a button over there that turned this darn ship into a sub. Think you should press it?
How did you know that?
How did you know that?
Miss
I've been trying to hide
McAllister,
that
you do
feature
know
from all.
things.
I was hiding that feature from everyone who boards this ship. That's right.
This
And
isn't
this-
a booze cruise anymore.
And this
That's
boat
right.
was built
This-
in 1945?
Makes sense.
Yep.
At the end of the
That's
war.
correct, everyone. This sailboat can turn into a submarine.
Hit the nose, Cap.
I think if we dive further down deep enough, we might get out of the Bermuda Triangle and just into deep subnautic waters.
Or
And then
some
we'll be
people
able
say-
to just swim out.
Or because we can't, or we do not know what the Bermuda Triangle is and can do. It could lead to another world, another dimension, another planet.
Looks like it can only be one of those two things.
Perhaps
Yes, of
another
course.
planet that my dear husband departed to.
Well, are you four ready to get crazy?
Wait!
I have my mask.
I just
What
want
is
to
it?
make sure that whenever we get to wherever we're going, we're still going to be friends, right?
I'm kind of stuck with you, so yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
I've
No,
known
we,
you all.
we really bonded when I tied you to that mast, so we're inseparable now.
Yep. I've only known you four for the past 2 days, but this has been the longest and, dare I say, greatest booze cruise I've ever been on.
And
can
I
toast
love
to
you
that.
too.
Yeah. Hey.
Hooray!
Glug, glug, glug.
Okay,
I would-
should we all say
no,
it together?
Go on.
Yes.
I think we should.
We have to.
We must.
Definitely have to.
Someone count us off.
3, 2,
2, 1.
one.
Casserole!
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 And that shotgun brings us to the end of our show.
Yes, what a ride it's been. And I will list references to the jokes that we've made.
My name is Jackson, my car, and I don't know how he got there.
What's up? I'm Macho Man Randy Savage here.
I'm not Canadian.
Here, because I am very small.
Imploded upon his crash into the... I'm gonna throw it in.
No,
Don't do
wait,
it.
wait.
Casserole! Casserole! Casserole!
And that is the end of the Birdcast episode 2. We had some laughs, we had some cries. Things are still indoors. But our next one will be in a couple weeks, hopefully. And I hope you guys keep liking it. And if not, we're also just doing this for fun. So
Yeah, it's
who
true.
knows?
Follow us on Instagram if you want to be there when we ask for suggestions that might inspire whole scenes. Who knows?
Whoa. And I've been Tyler.
And I am not Tyler.
And I am the end of the Birdcast episode 2.
We'll see you and we love you. Bye.